Welcome back on The Wasted Driver. Today I'm gonna try this 996 Carrera. So yeah, we're gonna have fun today. I'm gonna explain a little bit how all of this beauty start, and after we're gonna try it. Let's go!
In the 60s, Porsche decided they have to come out with a new model, something different. They built the 901 that they show at the public in September 1963. The next year, in the 64, start the production of the 911. Yes, I said 901 before and 911 now, because they changed the name just before the sale. When the first 911 came out, they have no idea. They have just built one of the most iconic car ever made. In the 60 years of history of the 911, the car changed completely, but keep the same soul. So the 996 I'm trying today, it's a groundbreaking model. It's the one that changed and continue the story of the 991. Pretty much everything is different from the previous model. The things that make the people talk more was surely the headlights and the engine. The 911 is thought for a family. No, I'm joking. But it's a 4-place car, 4 seats. So if you have an elf or a small dog, you can put that behind it. The interior are great. We are with Porsche, so every single details, it's incredibly well made. At the same time, we are in a car that was made in the late 90s, so as you can see, the interiors show you exactly the years where this car is from, but looks great and still perfect after all these years. For me, this one is beautiful from the outside. This model don't have the original wheels, but are original from Porsche and was as an option. Honestly, I think looks great on this car. The front is what people discuss more, but I like it. But the best for sure is the back. The back it's amazing, and it's the one that we still have here with the 992, obviously changed with the big solar rear light, and the fact that you have the active wing that come out when you pass the 120 kilometers an hour. It's a huge plus. Okay, we said enough. It's time to try the car and feel what drive a 911 is.
We are finally in the car, and honestly, this is a dream come true. I have the possibility to drive a 996 and yeah, to drive a Carrera finally. So let's put the seatbelt on and let's start the car. Oh. Yeah. Okay, first gear on and brake off, and as I said before, and as you see, the handbrake is manual, so old school. I drive this like a normal car, like feels super comfortable, really good to drive. So I didn't expect this. I expect to be more hard. The only thing is the clutch. The clutch, it's hard, and the gears I have to push them really hard to go inside because yeah, are tough. Tough, I think, is the right word. Okay, so first kilometer with the car. As I said, it's a really nice drive. It's a lot more comfortable of what I thought. The steering wheel is a little bit bigger of what I expect. I thought to find a more slim one, more not slim but more small one. But it's good. I prefer more little, but still good like this. I still like it. Second gear. So Porsche make this car in the 97, and the Porsche fans didn't like a lot the car at the start because it was something completely new compared to the normal 911 that they did for 34 years. And this model is the model that changed everything because was the first like new generation of supercar, because they changed the engine and the system. The engine was cooled. They passed to air cooling to water cooling. So this is the first model, but not exactly this. This is 2002, so the second generation of the 996. But the first generation was the first model of Carrera that have a water-cooled engine. 0 to 60, you say in the USA, but 0 100 here in Europe in 5 seconds. Porsche said 5 seconds, and top speed of 285 kilometers an hour. The car is bigger but lighter. It's a completely different car. A lot of people said almost it's not like in the path of the Carrera, because it was so different compared to the 993 that someone said, no, it's not a Carrera, but it is a Carrera, just way better of the one before. The 993 still are an amazing car, obviously, but was a huge step in the future with the 996. They were able to lower a lot the weight thanks to the new chassis that was way lighter. They changed that for the first time in 34 years since the start of the Carrera. I don't know if I said that, but this one have a 6-speed manual gearbox. The stick is pretty fun to drive. I said that probably at the start, I don't remember, because I was working on it, but it's really stiff. Need a bit of muscle to work, but you can feel well when you put the gears inside. So it's pretty good, especially when you start to push a little bit. That help you a lot to feel the gear that go inside and know when to start to accelerate and leave the clutch. So the first generation of 996 have a 3.4 liter that have 300 brake horsepower. This one is a second generation 2002 model that have a 3.6 liter that generate 320 brake horsepower. So they gain 20 brake horsepower. They change a little bit the front of the car, especially the headlights, because the Porsche fans didn't like a lot the change they make with the first generation, so they try to come more close to the fans' desire of the car, and that changed a lot with the 997, the model next to this one, that came more close to the 993 that was the previous model compared to this one about the headlights. But yeah, the car looks amazing. A lot of people don't like this one, and seriously I don't understand, because inside it's super cool, it's super comfortable, it's super well done. You have all the details, all the buttons that you need. This one have almost no electronic, so you have no traction control, no bullshit. It's only mechanic, wheels, like engine, and a lot of fun. Second gear, I want to test a bit the car and see the acceleration. 3000 RPM right now, and I put the pedal down. Let's see. Yeah, push hard and give a good kick at the start. Honestly, I thought it was more nervous. It's pretty smooth, the drive. I tried a couple of cars that were in second gear. When you push, start to move a lot on the rear. This one is pretty smooth. It's pretty nice to drive. A really nice thing about the car that I love is the dashboard, because you have the RPM counter right in the middle. You feel like you are a racing driver, because it is right there. You see the RPM go up, and you know when you have to change the gear. You have the speedometer on the left. After you have the battery charge, the gas tank, obviously, that lower really fast. I can assure you that with the Porsche, and the oil temperature on the right, and the pressure. So you have just the essential, but it's really useful, and it's the only thing you need in a car like this. You just enjoy the drive, and put a gear down and push, so you can do that. Yeah. This car fly. now I'm in 5th gear. I can push and the car go. She want more. She's there and she say, I like this. I like the speed. Give me more speed. She's like that. Oh my gosh, guys! It's my first ever drive with the Porsche. I always watch Porsches and dream about drive one, own one day, I hope. But it's really a lot more of what I have expected. It's even better of what I could think of. It's amazing. It's a piece of art that you can enjoy on the road. So chapeau to Porsche, because it's a really fun toy. I'm just enjoying the car, but I want to explain you a bit more about this model 996. People don't like a lot this model, but is the most sold model ever. People don't like it, like judge a lot this car, but it is the most selling car ever. But at the same time, I understand why, because I know I'm repeating myself, but the drive is really nice. It's really comfortable. New generation of car compared to the 993, so comfort completely different to the old models, and the fact that it is a water-cooled car, they can up the power. What can I say about this car? The handling, it's amazing. It's a supercar, so it's obvious, I think. Where you turn the car goes exactly right there. It's pretty soft, so you don't. The car is not heavy. You don't feel like you're driving a supercar. It's really smooth. I don't feel the stiffness of the suspension. So the drive, it's really enjoyable. Not like some that it's really hard in the suspension and you feel that in the back. It's a car for gentlemen. Like, you can drive this every day, but at the same time, if you have to push, you just lower the gear and push on the gas pedal and the car go. So yeah, I'm really amazed about this car, and it's really a nice drive. I just want to test the brakes to understand how it is. So I'm gonna brake right here. Yeah, they are not really hard. I didn't expect that. I thought it was more hard on brakes, but makes sense with this car, because as I said, it's a car that you can drive every day and don't have to kill you every time you brake. At the end, I can say that this car makes sense, because all the things together are perfect. It's comfortable, can be used every day. You can use it even in the racetrack if you want, because the car push, as you see before, and as I saw especially, the car go fast if you push it. It's smooth. It's not nervous as I thought it will be, and the drive, it's really enjoyable. I always liked Porsche, but after trying for the first time a 911 and put a little ticket on my wish list, because I don't know if you remember, I make the video, the 10 cars I want to drive before I die, and this one was one of that. Yeah, I'm really amazed about the car, and it's a car that if you have the possibility to have it, buy that right now, like right now, because the value is going up and will go up really fast. Hope you liked the video, and as always, see you next time.